Sound Vault.
Hello, my dear children. This is a very excited Hetty welcoming you to a lovely Christmas story from Tale Waves. I'm sure you are all very excited as well. So many busy people shopping and the window displays are so attractive and imaginative. Well, in our story today, we learn that in days gone by, and even now, some children weren't as fortunate as we are at Christmas. When I was young, what a thrill it was to receive one present and a stocking with a nut, a cracker, and a satsuma in it. But we were happy. And happy I am today to welcome Twinkle Toes, one of Father Christmas's elves, to read our enchanting Christmas tale. Thank you, Hetty. Your decorations in the studio are stunning. Did you make them? Goodness me, no. I'm far too busy. But they are lovely, aren't they? Oh, yes, busy, busy, busy. That's how we spend our days at Father Christmas's toy workshop. And it all has to be ready on time, and there's no time for laziness. Our boss is a good man, but his whiskers stand on end if we don't work hard. Well, we all appreciate your hard work, don't we, children? Super, swooper, and trailing blazes. That's one of the favourite sayings of our reindeers. So, prepare to be enthralled. This is the story of a sweet, brave, and kind snow robin. One cold Christmas night, a little match girl stood on the corner of a street in the ancient town of Farnham. She wore a thin, torn coat, and her shoes, old and worn, held no warmth for her tiny feet. She shivered until her teeth chattered, and she called out in painful desperation, "Please, oh, please buy my matches so that I may feed my starving family." But no one listened as they hurried on by, going about their business of purchasing Christmas presents and food for their sumptuous Christmas dinner table. The poor little girl blew into her small freezing blue-coloured hands, and as she did, a basket of matches fell to the ground. "Oh, no! What is to become of us now?" she cried. As she gathered the matches together, several tears trickled down her cheeks, freezing them as they fell. She picked them up and noticed how they shone so brightly in the moonlight. "I must protect them," she thought, for they glistened like diamonds, and they were tears shed from her broken heart, and she knew that she would never have real diamonds, so her glistening tears were very precious to her. She gently placed them deep into the pocket of her coat. It was then, suddenly, out of nowhere, that a bright red-breasted robin appeared. He flew down and landed on her shaking hand, chirping cheerily. He cocked his head to the side and, looking straight at her, asked confidently, "Why do you cry, little one? It is Christmas, and life is wonderful." "I fear not, sweet robin. 'Tis true that Christmas is a holy and beautiful time of year, but for my family it means only hunger and poverty. So this is why I am trying to sell matches which I had saved over some several years, in case of desperate need. Yet now they have fallen to the ground, and I have only 2 dry ones left. You see, my father is away to the war, and I must support my family. And now, oh, what am I to do?" She wept again, and showed the robin the few precious matches. He cocked his head again and hopped on to her finger. "What is your name?" asked the little bird. "Daisy Daintiful," she replied. "Well, dear one, you have much to be thankful for, you see. I know of a girl child called Alice, who is not as fortunate as you are. Follow me, for you in your sadness may bring her the gift of great joy." The robin beckoned to her with his wing. "Come, Daisy Daintiful, for time is short." The little bird flew off, calling to her with his beautiful winter song. Daisy trusted her new friend, and believing that she was about to discover something wonderful, she followed closely behind him. In the distance, standing proudly under the moonlight, Daisy beheld a magnificent mansion high upon a hill. Such a building she had never seen before. She called to the robin. "Where are we going?" she asked wearily, for her feet and hands were so cold she could hardly feel them. The robin flew up and down in a merry dance, landing now and again upon the snow-covered path, leaving his sweet little footprints behind him. "You will soon see, my little Daisy. Be patient. We are almost there," said Robin. "By the way," asked Daisy, "what is your name?" "I'd rather not say. It's ridiculously pompous." "Oh, please do tell me," she begged. "Oh, dear. Well, as it's you, it's Randolph Robin." He hung his head, almost hiding his eyes from her gaze. A little smile spread across Daisy's face. "I think it's enchanting, Robin dear, quite enchanting," she cried. "Enough of that now. Let's move swiftly on," said Robin. "Hop onto my shoulder, for the ground is cold," explained Daisy. "I love the snow. It is my bed, my friend, and a place where I can find much to eat," he cried. Robin flew gently onto her shoulder and nuzzled his furry head into her neck. Daisy giggled with happiness. How much happier she was now, for Robin gave her much joy in her sadness. The road was long and muddy, but with each step it brought the almost spectre-like vision of the mansion closer. Randolph Robin chirped and regaled tales of his many flying adventures. He had fought with many other birds, almost losing his life several times. He had forged friendships close to his heart, but then they either flew away to distant lands or just simply disappeared. He told of how he was taught to sing by a noble and learned song thrush called Angel. He told Daisy he had never heard a bird which sang with such sweetness and such harmony and melody. He had loved her deeply, and one day, as he went to his singing lesson, a gunshot sound had echoed through the woodland, and she had breathed her last breath, nestled in his arms. Daisy stroked his wings with tenderness and felt the moistness of a tear upon his beating breast. Within 10 minutes they came to the great gates of the mansion. "I'm so cold, Randolph," shivered Daisy. "You must open the gates, for I am too small," said Robin. I am too weak," cried Daisy. "Then I must work my magic," cried Robin. And with this, his feathers showered into an array of coloured stars, stretching the whole width of the gates. The stars twisted into spun golden chain links, weaving in and out of the gate bars. A great creaking sound shattered the silence of the night air. "Stand back!" shouted Randolph Robin. A moaning and a crashing strike, as if from the hammer of a heavenly blacksmith, shot outwards. The chains fell to the ground and disappeared deep with the snow, and the stars gathered beneath the feet of Randolph Robin, who opened his mouth, and as he devoured them, his feathers settled gently once more around his form. So he simply shook them and said, "Now let's go in." Daisy stood staring in absolute amazement. "Oh, dear Robin, that was unbelievable," she said. "Oh, it's nothing really, just part of the job," chirped Randolph. "But look." Daisy put down her basket and placed him in it, for the great gates started to open slowly, and the two friends made their way up the driveway to the great courtyard. There stood a huge Christmas tree, but the mansion looked cold and unwelcoming. Robin hopped out of the basket and said, "Here lives a kind and gentle girl called Alice. She has not been able to walk for many years after a long illness. In these times of war, when every speck of gunpowder must be used, matches are not permitted. So dear Alice will not rise from her bed until one Christmas, when the candles upon the tree are lit, she will feel the warmth in her legs and heart again. So, Daisy, place the matches in my beak, please." Randolph flew to the window ledge of Alice's bedroom. He struck a match against the wall. A great flare of fire and light came from it. He spread his wings joyously and flew to each branch of the tree, lighting each candle. How it shone, brighter than the stars of the heavens! From the mansion, many voices were to be heard, gasping, exclaiming feelings of utter joy. The window of Alice's bedroom opened wide. There she stood, with tears of joy rolling down her cheeks. It was Alice. She had walked to the window. "Father, Mother, everyone come and see, my wish has come true. My tree, oh, my beautiful tree, it's a miracle. I can walk. Is it a dream?" Soon the whole family were at the window, laughing and shouting. Alice's father picked her up in his arms and carried her, wrapped in a blanket, to the door and out into the courtyard. "Put me down, father. I can walk now." "Oh, Alice, my dear Alice, it is a miracle." "Oh, be careful, sweet child, be careful," said her mother. Alice ran to the tree. She danced round and round it, her golden curls swaying this way and that. Her parents hugged each other with happiness to see their daughter well again. Daisy tiptoed slowly towards the driveway.
"Wait, young lady, is this your doing? This miracle? Come here."
He took her hand and introduced her to Alice.
"Oh, thank you, whoever you are. We must be the best of friends now. I don't know how to thank you," cried Alice.
"To see you walk is enough for me, and I did have some help." Daisy pointed to the top of the tree, for there perched proudly was Randolph Robin, singing merrily away. Now, what would make it a perfect Christmas would be if it snowed prettily and thousands of snowflakes would hang upon my tree, Alice cried. "Your wish is my command. See, Daisy dear, such happiness you have given this night." Randolph flew high into the darkness of the sky, and he shouted, "Here it comes!" It snowed and snowed, but Robin did not appear again. Only his beautiful song voice could be heard, singing a haunting but happy melody from across the glistening snow. Daisy and Alice did become the best of friends, and Daisy's teardrops, which she had kept in her pocket and that had turned into diamonds, meant that she and her family would never starve again. But she never forgot Randolph, her snow robin. "Oh, Twinkle Toes, I loved your tale. And what a lovely but sad ending. I'm sure Randolph Robin will return, but if not, his kindness and generosity will remain in the hearts of Daisy and Alice forever. What a sweet bird he was. I was enchanted, and hopefully Daisy's father returned safely from the war to a happy and financially secure family, where love means everything." "Oh yes, I believe he did, and Daisy was able to attend school, and she and Alice had many wonderful adventures together. What a whizzy ending! But hark, I hear my taxi. It's Father Christmas on his sleigh. Goodbye, Hetty. Happy Christmas. Goodbye, Twinkle Toes. Goodbye, Father Christmas. Gosh, children, I feel so happy. So thank you for listening in. Next week, we bring you another Christmas tale with naughty boys, lots of snow, a loving girl called Pippa who searches and hopes for her own snowflake. So listen in to The Little Snowflake. And remember, be happy, my dear ones, but most of all, be good.
Sound Vault.